Hello again, last lesson of the week. Right, here goes. So this time, equations with denominators. So my top clue today is be careful what to ring and fling first. Say that correctly then. So make sure you've got your notes in your book. Now, we've just got 4 examples to do here, and you need to make sure these are definitely in your book. So when you're practicing them, in the questions that I've given you, you know which one to ring and fling. So the first one we're going to look at. Now, when we talk about denominators, remember a denominator is a number on the bottom of a fraction. So we've got x divided by 4 add 12 equals 20. Right, now I want to say that. So x over 4 add 12. The last thing I said then was add 12. So that's what you ring first. You ring the add 12. What's the opposite of add 12? Minus 12. So let's pop that down. So now on this side, I've just got x divided by 4. Okay, and then 20 subtract 12 is 8. Okay, now I want to get rid of that divided by 4 because x divided by 4 is 8. So I need to get rid of the divided by 4. What's the opposite of dividing by 4? That's right, nobody answered really. Times by 4. So 8 times by 4 is 32. Okay, so I'm going to go through that one. Oops, I'm going to go through that one again. Ring the add 12 first. So I took 12 off the other side. So 20 take away 12 is 8. So now I'm just left with that. If you ringed it, you do the opposite to the other side. Then I need to get rid of the divide by 4. To get rid of divide by 4, I multiply the other side by 4. Okay. Right, next one. X divided by 7 subtract 10 equals 2. The last thing I said then was subtract 10. So I ring that. So the opposite of minusing 10 is to add 10. So now I'm just going to be left with x over 7. 2 add 10 is 12. Okay. How do I get rid of divide by 7? Well, the opposite of dividing by 7 is to times by 7. So x equals 12 times 7 is 84. Right, now, do you remember I said at the beginning, be careful what to ring and fling first. Here, x at 8 divided by 2. What was the last thing I said? The last thing I said was the divide by 2. So that's what you ring first. So up here, I rang the thing that was, I said last, x divided by 7 minus 10. I rang that one first. So here, I'm going to get rid of the divide by 2. So the opposite divided by 2 is to times by 2. So x add 8 equals 6 times by 2 is 12. Then, because I want to have x on its own, I've got to get rid of the add 8. What's the opposite of add 8? Is to minus 8. So I've got to subtract 8 off the other side. So 4. X equals 4. I'll go through that one again. X add 8 divided by 2. The last thing I said was divide by 2, so I do the opposite to the side, so I times by 2. So 6 times by 2 is 12. Then I ringed the add 8, so the opposite of that is minus 8, so I took 8 off the other side. Hopefully I'm not confusing you too much. X subtract 4 divided by 3. The last thing I said was divide by 3, so the opposite of that will be to times by 3. So I'm now going to have 5 times 3 is 15. Okay. How do I get rid of minus 4? I've got to add 4. So x equals 19. Okay, now these are quite a lot trickier. So you've got some questions to do on the bottom of the lesson plan. So what I suggest that you do is you have a go at those questions and then take a photograph of them and then submit them on assignments. I think most of you know how to do that now. Okay, so you've got some questions where you're going to have to ring this bit first, and then some questions where you're going to have to ring this bit first. Okay, so that's what you've got to do. So you might need to have a look at the examples that we've done while you're doing them. Okay, good luck, and I'll speak to you next week. Cheerio.